because Amletto Monacelli, two greats on the tour currently, Pete Weber, are head-to-head. You couldn't ask for a better lineup, believe me. These are two young bowlers who have earned over $1 million on the lanes. A high hit.
Now, we talked about Pete Weber holding the ball very loosely and the thumb hold tight. He had a problem while he was warming up. He dropped one ball in the channel over here in the practice. He says, I hope that's just my one for the day. That time he complains again as he leaves the big 5. And almost makes it, partner.
Almost. Tough, tough break.
Watch the action of the 9 pins. He slices the 6 off the 10, the 9 bounces into the 7, but he doesn't get the terrific break to convert the spare. And now he trails by 14.
This is where maturity is required.
I agree. He has to forget about that shot and go back. He's bowling so well.
Robbed again on the left lane, a 10-pin.
Weber last year only missed cashing in one tournament, the very last tournament of the year, the Touring Players Championship. He had been perfect, cashed in every single tournament that he entered. He also bowled in league last year, averaged 237 in league. Not too bad.
Asking when he won his first tournament, it was a junior arch tournament at 14 at his dad's bowling establishment. Speaking of events, an international event on Wide World this afternoon, the European Women's Gymnastics Championships, including bow and sky on the world's best, along with inline skating featuring Nancy Kerrigan, an Olympic medalist. And Monacelli jumping on an opportunity, doubles and takes a 24-pin lead. Now,
excuse me, Chris.
there's a difference of 43,000 winning or finishing second here, the possibility, because the challenge match follows this classic championship game.
Weber zeroed on the championship pair. Monacelli has finally figured out the right-hand lane. This is the lane he's been so good on, has nailed it almost every time.
Exceedingly high hit that they all go, and it's a 34-pin lead for the Venezuelan. We'll be back. 4 against twice Player of the Year Amletto Monacelli. Pete's wife, Kim, great tension, but what a smile.
Lovely lady as her husband trails by 34, just 4 frames left.
Oh, yes. Thank you, he says. Or if there was ever a competitor, a tough one, it's her husband named Pete, whom Bo and I have both known since birth. It's a joy to know.
He's been a young, tough player since like 2 or 3 years old he started bowling. Well, now let's see how Weber attacks the championship pair. He's playing extremely far outside line. Actually, he's going to be drifting towards the center and go over the third arrow. Drift left and throw right. Big shot. He's left 2 solid 10s on this lane. 3 in a row.
No. That's right. Throw something. His dad, Dick, after a round of golf this morning, watching with Pete's mother, Juanita, back in Missouri. It's just tough, isn't it?
Yep. Well, I bowled with Pete and his dad, Dick, in the seniors tournament in Denver this past week that was won by John Handegard. Dick finished in the top 12 in that tournament, and he was really anxious to see how Pete was doing in this tournament. However, Pete has had no good breaks on the left-hand lane, and he finds himself in trouble. Monacelli with the gauntlet in hand.
That could have been a $43,000 shot.
Ooh. I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm going to make a prediction. I thought Weber would win this match. Monacelli has kind of toughed it out. But I'll tell you what, Gene Stuss is going to whip Monacelli if they go that far. This match is not over, but Monacelli has struggled. He's dropped a couple of balls. He happened to drop them right into the pocket. He drops them against Stuss, it's going to be history.
Okay. Disappointed Pete Weber. Had such a great week. Tournament leader. 3 10-pins. Lots of strikes for this man. Stringing it. He had 8 in a row in his first match. Now he's strung 5. This is his 4th game of the afternoon. A great champion, Monacelli. Now a 4-pin.
Pete just finishing out. The best he can bowl is 222. Monacelli has locked up the Choice Summer Classic and 38,000. Yet there's more work to be done.
And a trip to Cancun for he and Teresa. But Gene Stuss, the man who 2 weeks ago bowled a perfect 300 game on live television, is his opponent next. And for Pete, finishing the game, Leto 30, Pete 29. I'm sure they'll be meeting again. And since Pete bowled against Marshall Holman some time ago, this is the first time that 2 millionaires have been head-to-head as they are in the Classic Championship match.
Pete Weber's final score is not going to reflect how well he bowled. He should have been right in this match to the very end. However, he was shut out in the early going.
A 212. Congratulates the winner, Amletto Monacelli, who has 5 in a row. High hit, and he has left the 610. ABC Sports presentation of the Professional Bowlers Tour will return after this message.